You've made it to our digital marketing audit page and you're checking out this video. So, what I want to highlight to you is why a digital marketing audit is so important. What it accomplishes is to identify the opportunities, the threats to your business, and how the competition sits online so that you can identify what differentiates you in the marketplace and how you can use what you're doing well and how you can identify what you need to do better at and make that work very strongly for you online. Increase that presence, drive more leads, drive more sales through an audit that covers all of the channels online. It's not just about SEO or paid search or social media. By itself, they work together. And by doing this digital audit, you see how they work together, what you need to do to make it work better, and sit back and watch magic happen when more leads come through and watch conversions take place. So this is literally verbatim quotes from our clients that say this is the best investment that they have ever made when it comes to their digital marketing. This is a thorough assessment of your presence and the ability for you to convert. It is worth every penny and we've seen 20, 50, and 100 times ROI on doing this audit within the first 6 months of implementing what we identify as opportunities that you can employ within the different channels of your digital marketing. So to start out, organic search, SEO, search engine optimization, however you want to call it, you need to be ranking for specific terms and you need to be creating greater visibility for yourself so that you can drive more traffic, more leads, and those leads turning into sales. Things that we focus on are technical, on page, off page. We look at the health of the search engine presence. There's a lot of things that go into that. We look at the usability of the pages that people come to when they come from the search engine. We look at the content and the gap and do a gap analysis. Are you speaking to every point within the customer journey from when they realize that they need the service to when they want to make a decision and convert? Every step, every question they have needs to be present and it needs to be satisfied so that they can go through that journey with you in your content across your channels and convert and become customers. We look at very specific things like the server, the health of the server, the stability, the errors and codes that will spit back so that we can make sure that you're in full compliance and that there are no issues between you and the search engine and the crawlers. Look at the page structure. Are you laid out the way you need to be laid out so that the crawlers will index you best and will truly understand what you're talking about? And then we also do a conversion analysis, which we do across all of the channels and sources within your digital marketing campaigns. But it's so important to understand where people are converting, why they're converting, and how they're converting for every place, especially SEO, when this is such a profitable place to be very strong in. Paid search, we look at a lot of the same things, but we want to make sure that your spend is efficient and that it's very accurate. So your ROI is at its greatest here because you're paying to get these clicks. But this is easy. This is actually something that a lot of people fail at. 25% of companies drive their paid search traffic to the homepage of their website. You know what that does? Not convert. That's what it does. Does not convert. You need to be sending people to very specific pages, and you think that's a given. It sounds like a no-brainer. Of course, if I'm going to offer my service, I want to send them to my service page. But the problem is people get lazy, and they not just getting lazy, but they don't understand what the best place to send these people is. We do that for you. We show you what pages should be used in paid search, what pages don't exist and need to be created and used in your paid search campaigns. We focus on KPIs and the measurement in the ROI. We focus on the account structure to make sure that you're best set up to scale and you're best set up to maximize your cost efficiencies. We do a landing page review, as I was speaking of. This goes a lot into how much you pay for the clicks and how much people convert, which is extremely important. And that leads it into that conversion analysis on what is working, what terms drive conversions, what campaigns drive conversions, why do they drive conversions, and is it profitable? We do a measurement to find out, is it growing? We will give you everything you want to know, need to know, and will use moving forward to make your paid search efforts much, much better. Social media, very similar. We're focusing on analytics, we're focusing on engagement, and we're making sure that you're at least employing best practices on these channels and giving you advice on how to do it better and how people will be engaging in the future around the things that you do as a service or a product so that you're set up to beat your competition, and not even just beat your competition, but be doing phenomenally well moving forward. So the platforms that we work specifically on are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, paid, and we focus on paid social and organic social both, using the insights and analytics that we can get from these platforms so that we can identify opportunities for engagement and then ultimately conversion, how it assists other channels and how it plays a part in the conversion path and how it directly converts what works and what doesn't. We identify that here for you and show you how you can be engaging in social in a way that will make you more money and will make people more aware of your company. Email marketing, marketing automation. So this is a big one. Email marketing, when you talk about that to people, they blow it off. Oh, that's easy. I can send an email. Oh, I got my list and I send a blast out to it. It does all right. But they really have no benchmark. They have their own performance that they'll look at. And as it declines in almost every case that we work with people, it has been declining over the years. You've been sending out a 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years. That list 10 years ago does not have even near the open rate now as it did at that time. It likely hasn't grown. It continues to shrink or has remained flat. People want to blow it off, but with email, there's still massive opportunity in getting in front of your existing customers and even new potential customers, getting them to open those emails, getting them to click through, getting them to call you, and getting them to convert as customers. And the second part of this is marketing automation, because as you know, marketing automation are a series of tasks to increase your scalability when it comes to more targeted and more personalized marketing via email, via social, via landing pages, via the content and blogging that you can do. But what we look at is not just from the perspective of a single communication or email blasts. Is the structure that you have put in place optimized to make people convert? Are you nurturing them correctly? Do you segment correctly? Do you have the code and the tracking put in place so that when people come through, the behaviors are accurately being saved down and used and the optimization of the communications through email and the marketing automation? So we're looking at deliverability, open rates, click-through rates, call rates, but we're looking at that nurturing and we're looking at the conversion analysis against the different segments. What triggers them to buy? What triggers them to share? How do you get these people to become customers? And then once they're customers, become influencers and evangelists for your brand and engaging them in a way that drives new business for you. The content, UX, UI, and conversion. So this is very, very important. We do a full-blown conversion analysis across all of the channels independently and all together, showing how they impact each other through multi-channel funnels, through the influence that they give through amplification on social, things like this. So you need to get people to the site, but you need to have what they want, have what they need, and guide them through the process so that they become customers. So this is heavily reliant on calls to action, the content on the site, and doing an analysis to make sure that you have everything covered, everything that they're looking for and everything that they don't even know they're looking for there, so it captures them, engages them, drives them to contact you, and ultimately end up as a paying customer. We're looking at that conversion flow and we're looking at the layout to make sure everything you're doing is maximized to make people engage with you and convert with you. And then lastly, we're looking at the competition. So not that we can use this as a benchmark, right? But we're looking at opportunities. We're looking at what threats, what overlap do your competitors have for you? What differentiates you from these competitors? How do they stand? What tactics are they employing? And this will allow you to see how Google treats them as a competitor. Are they competitors that you think are your competitors actually competitive across all spaces? So you can find an opportunity to say, the people who you consider to be a primary competitor aren't actually strong in social, or they aren't actually strong in organic search for the things that you want to show up for. So you really find that they're not as strong of a competitor of yours as you thought. Someone else, someone else emerges as a competitor, and so you start to approach it differently. You see that you might be losing market share to someone who wasn't even on your radar. These are the things that we identify with the competitive analysis. Do you know who they are? Do you know what you're up against? Use that to arm yourself to make yourself better. We look at competitors, we look at the difficulty, we look at keywords and do an analysis on the difficulty of those and how you can raise yourself in position and gain more visibility. It all comes down to differentiating yourself in the market and making sure that you understand where you are in position and in presence and in awareness so that you can create a baseline for yourself and use that as your mark against the goals that you're going to set as you achieve more after going through an audit like this and creating that strategy and putting it in place. So we list just a handful of questions here. Have you thought about any of these? Is your digital marketing even working? Is the agency that you have doing this doing good work at all? Maybe they're putting things out online for you, but it's not working, or you don't even know. Like, is this the best you can get for SEO? Your agency might be telling you, it's tough. It takes a while. We're right on the cusp. We're trying to get some new links. We're tweaking the content, but you're not seeing the movement in the position of terms that you're trying to rank for. And that's a sad thing. Is it the best you can get? Are they really get that second opinion? Get that third opinion. Am I making money from PPC? So again, a lot of agencies do some tricky things. They'll put paid search in place, and then all of a sudden you realize that you have these select terms running, and they are branded terms or brand-like terms that end up driving this high ROI, but it's cannibalizing organic search, or it's highly convertible terms that you're already doing well for, and they just make it look good. You can tweak the numbers, or you can tweak the strategy so that things look really good for you, and they're not. And in some cases, there may be easy wins when you find paid search, but you realize that the margin is so low, or that when you come through on a high margin product that isn't converting very well, are you making money there? You've got to think in terms of your own goals, growth, profitability, subscriptions, whatever it is. Are you making money in that medium? How is it impacting the other channels? How do they play a part? Are your social media efforts getting new customers? This is a big one. People are lagging in social media prowess significantly now, today. People can get on and they can create social content and they can publish it, but turning those people into customers is a skill. It is not easy to do, and most people are not good at it. So take a look. Let us do that analysis and show you where you can make this better. Let us show your team how they can do it better. How much money is your email marketing generating? Oh man, this is actually an easy one to find out, but a lot of people aren't tracking it. They just look at the traffic coming through and measure overall, or what about specific emails drove the revenue. Why is it that 5 of the 15 emails did 90% of your sales? Are you looking at seasonality? Are you looking at composition? What is it? We look at that. And there are so many more questions that are involved that you could be thinking of, and we can answer them all using this digital audit. So seriously, contact us today. You can call us by calling the number here, 866-357-7422, or fill out the form on the digital marketing audit page, and we will immediately contact you to talk and learn more about the issues that you're having or the things that you want to identify so that your marketing efforts are optimized, making you money, and that you're set up to win in the future, that you're not missing out on opportunities, and that you're not running status quo and going to fall behind 6 months from now, 12 months from now. Thanks so much. Again, check us out at acumenstudio.com. You can go to acumenstudio.com/digital-marketing-audit to see this page. If you're not on the page currently, if you are, give us a call. I would appreciate it, and we look forward to speaking with you. Thanks so much.